Well, Zio made her debut at the LCU yesterday. She went to Local Fire. She was on there with Fupa. I seen Tina on there, and I don't know who. I wasn't sure who the other person, the other one or two people was. I wasn't concerned with them. So, Zio, she says she's not sure. She was only on there about 30 minutes. And she's not sure if she's going to stay. She doesn't want to be on fire. I mentioned this yesterday. She doesn't want to be on fire because number one, she's kind of upset with Fupa because Fupa gave Amber the screenshots of Zio and Emily talking. Emily is Amber Lynn Reed's girlfriend. So Fupa gave the screenshots to Amber because Fupa told Amber, hey, Emily's going behind your back and she's still talking to Zio. And Amber does not want Emily talking to Zio because, of course, Zio is the kind of woman that Tommy likes. You know, a larger lady. And Amber, didn't quite believe that Tommy was still talking to Zio behind her back. So Amber guarantees Fupa, well, I'm not going to tell Tommy I seen the screenshots or anything. So Fupa, like a dummy, gives the screenshots to Amber. And then Amber goes at Tommy about why she's still talking to Zio. And then Tommy goes to Zio talking about Amber, because she thinks that Zio gave the screenshots to Amber. It was a mess. It was a mess. And of course, that was all addressed on fire because Zio said Fupa did her wrong. So that's the number one reason I think she doesn't really want to be on fire, because right now Fupa is on fire because they took her off of Bus for now because of the whole scandal with the Paradise documentary. Supposedly they raised money for Fupa to go to the Paradise house in Vegas or wherever to watch the premiere of the documentary. But after they raised the money for her to go, she didn't go. So basically she kind of scammed the audience. So they moved her over to Fire, and Fire's a struggling show for the LCU. So Zio says, why should she have to be on Fire? Because Fupa's there as a punishment, so Zio's looking at it as like a punishment. And Emily had told Zio how much money Amber Lynn was making when she was on Bus. So Zio thinks, coming right into the LCU, that she should just be able to get on Bus, one of the highest performing shows, if not the highest. I know it was at one time, but it's up there. Probably up there with Glass and, shoot, I'm drawing a blank. But anyways, it's up there. Oh, Local Live, Bus, and Glass. I would say those are the best. But I think Glass has fallen off too now. But anyways, so Zio says, she's not sure if she's going to be back like today because she hasn't signed a contract or anything. And I can't see her signing a contract with Keem, because if she signs the contract, part of that is going to be Keem doesn't let you live stream like on your platform, your other socials, if you are in the LCU. And Zio goes live every day on TikTok, because she's in this rehab facility. So, she's lonely and, she needs company and whatnot. So, of course, she just goes live all day to kill the time, because I can only imagine it'd be incredibly boring. She's in, her one room there in this rehab facility. Boring, And then Zio also, it almost seems like Zio was taking up for Emily, but she says she wasn't. But she's going on about how, it's kind of unfair the way that Emily's treated because of Amber Lynn. Because Emily's been doxxed, her work has been doxxed, and, all this and that. And she says, it's just kind of unfair how Emily gets treated. But then Fupa reminds her, well, look at all these things that Emily's done. She's released how many screenshots to reaction channels? She's actually spoken directly to reaction channels. She spoke to Mr. Snowflake. She spoke to Rachel. And she gave a lot of tea. I mean, she gave a lot of tea. Amber completely crashed out when Emily went on her last tour of the reaction channels. And then, just to prove a point, even after that, Rachel had messaged Tommy just to see if she'd answer back, and of course she did. So Tommy will talk to anybody. So, but Zio acts like she's taking up for her. But then she says, they're just friends. She just sees a cool person. It's just a platonic friendship. And she makes sure to tell us that Emily has never fed her, because we all know Emily is pretty much classified as a feeder. Because if you don't know, her ex that has passed away was did that kind of content on OF. So, and you know, Emily's now with Amber, and Amber's now at her highest weight, goes to say, you know. And we also know Zio has made this kind of content. She started making this type of content when she was at Paradise. So she made sure to tell us that Emily has never fed her. I must be hungry. I'm talking about all this food. I'm getting hungry now. Anyways, oof, I'm all over the place today. Anyway, it's hot. My brain is fried. So anyways, she says the only thing she's ever received from Emily is just some TikTok gifts. And that's about it. So that was about it, really. Because, you know, I was only interested in that little bit of time that Zio was on there. But I don't think it's right that Zio wants to come to the LCU, and she thinks she should be, she says because she comes with a following. And I think she does. I didn't even really look, because I don't really follow her too closely. Oh, she claims she doesn't want to be a part of Girl World. But I would say that she's already in Girl World. Or she's very close. She's right there. I mean, I'm associating her with Girl World. So, but yeah. So we'll have to see if Zio comes back on there tonight. And I do like Zio. She seems to be a nice enough. But I don't think she's going to be able to put up with the drama on the LCU. I don't think she's going to want to go on there and argue, deal with all the backstabbing and everything. And, you know, she wants to be on Bus. She wants to come in, get on one of the top performing shows, because she feels closest to Fupa, Tech, and Foxy. And these three are known for snaking each other. I mean, look, Zio's already got this complaint with Fupa saying she did her wrong, releasing these screenshots. So, I don't know. If I had to give her advice, Zio, just stay doing your TikTok lives and do not get involved with all that mess that is at the LCU. That would be my advice. But we'll see if she goes back, we see her tonight. So, let me know your thoughts on all of this.